Good morning, boys and girls. Hey, listen, it is Thankful Thursday. And you know what? We're going to take a little bit of a different approach today because today we're going to be learning from life's storms. And if you guys have been hanging around East Texas for a few days, you know that there's been some storms. It's been kind of rainy, overcast, but have you ever felt like life is throwing everything at you all at once? I mean, seriously, like you're stuck in the middle of a storm and there's no way out. What if I told you that these very storms are the key to unlocking your greatest strengths and resilience? And so, guys, today on Thankful Thursday, we're going to be going deep into the playground into why life's toughest challenges are actually our biggest blessings. So, stick around because this perspective is not just going to change the way you see every obstacle in your path, it's going to give you a whole new understanding and almost, I don't want to say a clear cut. Nobody gets excited about problems. I'm just going to be honest with you, right? Just in full transparency, right? But today on Thankful Thursday, we're going to take a little bit of a detour. And I want to really dive deep into this because some of the people that I'm talking to, some of the people that I'm sharing this information with, they'd say, yeah, Johnny Juan, that's all great. But, and so what is that for you guys? I mean, seriously, what is that for you guys? Are we live? Are we not live? Check, check, mic check. 1, 2, check, check, mic check. Let me go back. There we go. Yeah, we're live. Hey, hey, listen, seriously, guys. So, what are you thankful for? And so, what are some of the storms that you've gone through, right? Because when I talk about coming and hanging out with me on Thankful Thursday, I really want you to take a moment to appreciate the challenges that shape us today, right? So let's go. Let's go deep into the playground and look at these lessons that we can only learn from the storms in our life. You can't read about them. You can't watch a video about them. These are some things that you're going to have to be able to understand and you're going to have to go through, right? The obstacle is the way, right? I can't remember the stoic. Hey, Dixie Jean, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you guys being on here. Seriously. So think about it, guys. What storms, what are you going through in life that has basically derailed you or has stopped you, right? A lot of times it's the start that stops most people. I get it, Johnny One. This isn't the high energy that we're used to. But guys, sometimes we just have to slow down. We just have to slow down, right? You've heard the saying, smell the roses. Take inventory of everything that you're going through because everything that you're going through has brought you to where you are today. And so you see, these are some of the things that you can only learn in a storm. And so it's in a controlled chaos that we find mastery over whatever life throws at us. I mean, life throws some curveballs. Anybody had some curveballs thrown at you here lately? I know I have. And so because the world is bad, not because the world is bad, but because that's just what life does, right? It kind of does its thing. And so it is hard. Life is not easy. But what I've heard and what I've seen is that if you'll be hard on yourself, life will be easy on you. If you're easy on yourself, life will be hard on you guys. And so whenever life throws that curveball at you, you got to be ready to adjust. You got to be ready to make some pivots and you got to be able to shift your mindset, your thinking, right? And so I'm thankful for the difficulty that we've had in life. I'm thankful for the things that we don't really get to see all the time because a lot of times if God would have allowed you to see the end from the beginning, chances are you wouldn't have trusted him as much as you have. And so through the storms, it's where we can learn to become capable navigators, right? A smooth sea. I can't remember who said this, but it said a smooth sea never made for a skilled sailor. And so the storms are going to come, guys. Just go ahead and expect them, especially if you're pushing, especially if you're growing and taking risks, right? And so the question isn't whether you'll feel them. The question is, can you get a little better each time you go through the storm, right? You don't just go through the storm, you grow through the storm, right? You don't just go through life, you grow. You're starting to kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. And so that's the question that you really have to ask yourself. What can I learn because of what I'm going through? What can I learn from this? Because if you don't learn from your mistakes, if you don't learn from your failures, that's you're destined to repeat them, right? If you don't learn from history, you're destined to repeat them. So yeah, guys, get out there and change the future in the next 4 years. Um, make sure we don't repeat that one. But seriously, can you improve your reaction? And I'm going to change that. Can you improve your response? Right? Can you regain composure and stay locked in on what truly matters? Because there's some things that you're gonna have to do in order to change the trajectory of your life, right? Life brought you so far, and that's where you're at today. But what got you here won't necessarily get you to where it is that you're going. It won't necessarily get you to the other side. And so you're going to have to change some things. You're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to change your thinking. And I love the book, Brian Tracy, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. And so it's the thought, right? And we've said this before. We've said this again, right? The definition of insanity. Somebody help me out with this one. Yeah, it's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You know what? Nay, nay, nay. That's not it. That's not the definition of insanity. Can you believe that? The definition of insanity is thinking the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, because the thinking leads to your emotions, your feelings. Those feelings or your emotions are going to cause you to take certain actions or certain inactions, and those actions or inactions are going to net you a certain result. And those results are going to reinforce the initial thought. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? That's what I'm talking about, guys. And so recently I learned how grateful I am for storms. And so, quiet skies don't show you how strong you can be, how strong you really are. Calm doesn't force you to level up. It it's no, no, no. It's when the ground shakes that we learn to endure. It's when the ground starts to really, everything that you knew starts to just cave in around you, and you're really forced, right? Whoever said adversity makes the man, the person, no, adversity simply reveals what is there. And so whenever you start to crush an orange juice is going to come out. You cannot crush an orange and get apple juice out. I don't care who you are. When adversity comes at you, it's going to reveal what's inside, guys. And so now when you're forced, right? When we're forced to find within ourselves a resilience that was once tucked away, right? They say that confidence is earned. And I would even go as far as saying courage. You pick up some courage. And so it's true, because when we walk through, I get it. I know sometimes it feels like we're walking through hell, and we give our greatness permission to walk alongside us, guys. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to, you don't. You just don't. You do, though, however, you do have to persevere. You do have to be resilient. You got to have a resolve that it doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't matter what's going on around you, guys. You're going to see this thing through. You've put your stake in the ground, and you're not changing for anybody, guys, because again, the first person we've got to, hey, bro, thank you for joining us. Miss Barbara, love you, baby. Listen, the first person you got to take care of is you. It's you. Don't focus on those things that you cannot control. Focus on the things that you can control. I get it. It's a little different today, right? A little different. But on Thankful Thursday, I couldn't think of any other way to be able to share with you guys some of the stuff, right? Because everybody talks about the fun life and it being awesome and fun. But listen, we've got to address some serious things that are going on in our lives. And if you've ever had a scab built up and it wasn't cleaned properly, you've got to rip it off, clean it, so infection doesn't set in. And so sometimes the storms of life have a way of, scabbing over. And because we didn't properly address it when we had the opportunity, we've got to go back and address those things. So guys, again, you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to persevere. And those are wildly different, right? You have to differentiate the two, because one is a limiting belief that because things aren't exactly how you would like for them to be, you've lost. And the other says, look, things will never be exactly how you'd like them to be. So buckle up and make an art out of the chaos. Guys, Are you in the middle of some chaos? Are you guys seeing this? Guys, I'm telling you, you've got to go through the storms of life to see the rainbow, right? You've got to be, everybody loves a rainbow, but not everybody likes the storm. And so sometimes storms teach us that growth isn't about acquiring and obtaining more. Instead, check this out. They show us that we've been carrying way too much, guys. We have. We have. You were never built to endure and to carry so many burdens. Lighten up, right? Even the Bible says, take my yoke upon you, right? That my burdens are light. So listen, we've become accustomed to surrounding ourselves with things that no longer elevate, inspire, or push us, right? They no longer drive us. And so the best way to evolve is to move forward with less. Guys, again, it's Thankful Thursday, and we're talking about being thankful for the storms. It's not easy. I get it. Not a lot of people will talk about this, but we will, because you can't have the fun without enduring some of the storms, right? And so for those storms, right, they are our greatest teachers, but yet so many people shy away from them. And so what is it, right? When you strip away the unnecessary and they reveal our true strength, right? At our core, they force us to persevere, they force us to adapt, and they really force us to grow, right? Again, we talked about earlier, we don't just go through life, we grow through life. And so in that, we find our true essence of who we really are. And if you don't know who you really are, call me, right? Let's put this up there. I was all talking about trying to get this Thankful Thursday up and going, that I forgot to do my whole preliminary thing. This whole fun life. It's all powered by Zig Ziglar, right? And then so we've got some really awesome things coming up for you guys. But I wanted to just kind of slow it down today to really help some of you to make sense of everything that you're going through, of everything that's happening in your life. No, listen, it hasn't come to mess you up. It's come to make you stronger. It's come to help you become the person that you were created to become. You've got more. I mean, seriously, raise your hand. I know it sounds silly, but raise your hand if you feel you have some untapped potential inside of you. Hint, if you're breathing, your hand should be up. Yes. Yes, there's more to this life. And so, one of my favorite songs, and I'm not going to sing it. One of my favorite songs is this. It says, Not Afraid. And it says that it starts out, the first verse says, I have this confidence because I've seen the faithfulness of God, the still inside the storm, the promise of the shore. I trust the power of your word enough, check this out, to seek your kingdom first, beyond the barren place, beyond the ocean waves. And check this part out. When I walk through the waters, I won't be overcome. When I go through the rivers, I will not be drowned. My God will make a way, so I am not afraid. And so when you have that understanding that God is for you, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. My sister posted this the other day. It didn't say that a weapon wouldn't be formed. It just simply said that it wouldn't prosper. So you got to understand. Welcome it. Bring it on, King Kong. Hey, don't tell God how big your problem is. Tell your problem how big your God is, and watch it all change, or watch the mindset change. Because seriously, guys, I'll cut straight to the chorus, right? Or to the bridge part of it, right? It talks about before me, behind me, always beside me. Guys, God is all around. He's got that hedge of protection round about you, right? He's got his angels camped round about you, protecting you. And you just simply have to have the courage and the confidence to trust him in his word. Guys, seriously, welcome the storms of life. Welcome the storms of life. And don't say to yourself, why me? Say to yourself, why not me? Why not me, Johnny One? Thank you. Thank you for this storm. Let me go ahead and start looking for the opportunity. Let me go ahead and start looking to see what it is that God wants me to learn through the storm that I'm enduring. And so thank you guys for joining me this Thankful Thursday. Remember, the storms are just part of our journey. So embrace them, learn from them, and let them guide you to greatness. Hey guys, again, we're going to see you tomorrow. We're coming to you live from the Jacob Salem Inner Circle a social media workshop with my social media coach, Laura Wells, and the Jacob Salem Inner Circle. We're going to have Dr. Rita Rios, as a special guest on Faith Your Fears Friday. And she's going to share with us what is going on. Yep, you guys see that? Yeah, guys, listen, seriously, this is the fun part. This is the fun part. We get to go out and build relationships and have some incredible, get together with these people that really allows us to grow, right? And we've learned so much from all of the cool kids in the Inner Circle with Jacob Salem. I've got Howard Partridge's people that we hang out with. We've got Tom Ziegler and his Choose to Win crew that we meet on Monday mornings, guys. And so surround yourself with people that will encourage you, that will support you, that when you're going through the storms of life, okay, I get it. I'm at my 15-minute mark. But surround yourself with people that when you're going through the storms of life, they're like, hey, buddy, I got an umbrella for you. Hey, buddy, I've got those floaties that go around your arm. Hey, here's an inner tube. Let's go have some fun. Hey, listen, this has been your playground guy, Johnny Juan Ortiz, here in the Fun Life community. And it's all powered by this guy right here, right? Legendary speaker, trainer, motivator, Mr. Zig Ziglar, and his proud son, Tom Ziegler, which we always start the cool kids on the foundational program of Choose to Win, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this Thankful Thursday. Hey, share this with somebody that's maybe going through some storms. Encourage them, motivate them, inspire them to be more, do more, and have more in this playground we call life, guys. If you think this playground is awesome, oh, baby, wait till we get to that playground in the sky. Adios.